What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. Email us, PackersTotalAccess@gmail.com. You can text us 865-658-5824. Join alongside Tim in Green Bay. We got Emilio in Tennessee here to talk some Packers this evening. And we've got some breaking news. Obviously, it came down the pike just a few minutes ago. We'll hit on the Green Bay Packers have a brand new kicker. But all right, so the breaking news, obviously the Green Bay Packers, according to Adam Schefter here earlier, I think he was the first one I seen that had the news. The Packers are signing former Jaguars veteran kicker Brandon McManus to a one-year deal per source. McManus is expected to be kicking for them Sunday versus the Texans. So I imagine what will happen is Braden Narvison, there's a good chance he'll be cut and then signed back on the practice squad. They may just let him go outright. Who knows? But Brandon McManus, no doubt about it, is now your kicker in Green Bay. So I immediately started to run down some of the stats, and I actually just wanted to kind of get a quick comparison. Now, obviously, Braden Narvison hasn't been here very long at all, but the one that really popped up to me that was a pretty good comparison is actually Anders Carlson. Brandon McManus's career stats compared to Anders Carlson. Anders Carlson has the slot advantage at 81.8%. With much fewer attempts, obviously. Brandon McManus has a career field goal percentage of 81.4%. So he and Anders right about the same spot there. If we click on his career stats, the big thing that sticks out here, obviously the 81.4%. Now, keep in mind, guys, he's been in the league. He's been kicking for, what is it now, 11 years? I think he has 11 years under his belt, so he's been around for quite some time. His best year was, let's see, it probably would have been 2015. Yeah, his second year in the league when he was with Denver at an 85.7% field goal percentage. So there's a number of different ways we can go about this. Let's look at his last year in the league, all 17 games with the Jacksonville Jaguars, 81.1% field goal percentage. Okay, so he was 30 of 37 on field goals. Extra points, he was 100% on extra points. So that was the big thing with Braden Narvison that I liked, was the fact that he was hitting all those extra points. You know, last year, Anders obviously had a higher field goal percentage than Brandon McManus here, but he was missing extra points, and that was everybody's kind of big concern, was the extra points. So it seems like that may continue to clean up the extra points, and you're going to get quite the boost in field goal percentage, at least comparatively speaking to Braden Narvison. But again, comparing kind of apples to apples, don't expect a kicker that's going to be kicking much better, maybe not even as good at all compared to Anders Carlson. At least that's what the numbers suggest, right? Hopefully he comes in here and kicks 90%. That's what I'm hoping. But again, that's what the numbers show. So last year, 81.1%. From 20 to 29 yards out, he was 4 for 4. 30 to 39, he was 10 for 10. 40 to 49, he was 11 of 13. 50 plus, he was 5 for 10 or 5 of 10. He had a long of 56. He made all of his extra points. So around the horn with that real quick. Anything you guys want to add to that? I know we're going to get into chalk talk. I just wanted to kind of hit on this since we were already touching on it. Again, here's Anders Carlson's numbers, 81.8%. He was 6 for 6, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 14 of 14. 40 to 49, he was 50% at 4 of 8. And then 50 plus, he was 3 of 5. So his weak spot, obviously, 40 to 49. And McManus is quite a bit better there. I think we would all agree, 11 of 13. So comments, fellas, anything you want to add to this before we move on to Chalk Talk?
Go ahead, Emilio.
all I'll say is Eldegrim, first off, said that he'll kick for free. He's good from anything inside 15 yards. So I might actually take him up on that. Real quick before we get to the next super chat, Harry Cheese said solid mid 80% kicker, and then he followed it up with, only issues really the 50 plus. I don't think Matt's going to want to put him in that situation. Our big worry was the 40-yard range, and it looks like he's, missed maybe 10 his whole career-ish from in there. So I'll take that. We made a move. All right, now McManus is our kicker. Let's keep moving forward week by week league.
Got it.
Agree.
Dennis Shook, thank you for the super chat from last night, buddy. Got it. Appreciate it. Just wanted to acknowledge that, man. Thank you so much. I don't know. There might be an inside joke there. I have no idea, but I'm just going to put it up there. We're good to go. All right, cool. Tim, you sure you don't want to comment on this? But I know you're excited about this topic.
It's funny. I'm looking at these numbers, and it's like, man, he's got missed kicks every single year of his career.
Uh-oh.
What are we doing? Oh my goodness. You mean kickers miss kicks? Oh my God. No, I will say this. I was wrong about Anders and clearly wrong about the Narv dog. I kind of had the feeling they were going to just stick with Narvison throughout this year. But I'm glad to see that I was wrong and they made a move. This is a veteran kicker. Hopefully, if, this will shut everybody the hell up about kicker talk in Green Bay for a while. I'm over it at this point. But hey, we got a new guy. Let's see what happens. I think what Emilio said is very true. We're kind of looking at that, 40 to 48, 49 range that, guys have struggled with in the past, which are pretty much those average, field goals that you're going to need throughout a game. Anything 50 plus, it's going to be a crapshoot. I don't care who you're sending out there. Anything over 50, it's not a gimme in this league. You got elements and lots of things, but I'm glad we made a move and they didn't just stick around with Narvison for another year and waste more of our time. So see, McManus is he's the man. Let's support our kicker, and let's not jump to crazy conclusions the minute there's the slightest bit of adversity. That's all I got to say. I'm done talking about kicker.
Tim, if there is adversity, it looks like we got someone down under rooting for us. All this just had the same things we have with Carlson pretty much. He's not sure. He's not sure. But he said, give the Aussie a chance. We won't let the team down. I appreciate that. I remember Matt was saying, Hale, I don't know if he's ready, but, it's an option.
His name's Hale. Emilio didn't say, Hale, I don't know if he's
ready. That was my initial thought, was that they might go there.
That would have been cool.
But I think after all the back and forth with these rookies and these, young kickers, it was time to bring someone in with some experience behind them. So
I wanted to see some drop kicks from the Aussie. I'd love to see a little bit of that.
Hey, maybe the Aussie can do kickoff duties, and then we'll have McManus handle the place kicking.
Can't you kick a field goal if you drop it on the ground first? If he's good at it, we're good to go right there. Just back him up 10 yards on the long snap.
If Tom Brady can do it, I'm sure he can do it, right?
So Eldegrim with the super chat said, I'd like to reserve this first spot in line for the Fire McManus train. LOL. So there you go. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Oh, we're going to give him some.
It's we'll see. We'll see. That's all I got to say. I do like what Tim said. Veteran kicker, right? That's something that's very important. You got a guy that's got 11 years experience. Now, there's some people that are concerned, hey, he's been off the field for quite some time. Is he in shape? Obviously, they did a tryout today. I can't imagine he came in there out of shape and couldn't kick, and Goody said, all right, yeah, let's sign him, right? So It sounds like he's probably good to go. And my big thing, Jake Shavink said it earlier. I actually had it marked here. Let me throw it back up. Jake said, just go for it. Forget kicking. There's been a couple of times in the past I've been on that train like, you know what, why don't we just go for it, right? Especially the extra points, because instead of risking, right, missing that extra point, you're getting the ball at the 2 and going for a 2-point conversion. Like, if your kicker's that bad, and I'm usually the very, very, very conservative fan, but like I said, that's definitely crossed my mind too, Jake. You may be joking, but I'm being serious. There've been a couple of times like, why don't we just start going for these? What are we doing? So anyway, there you go. Omer, appreciate it, buddy. Putting all the stats in the chat for everybody. You are the man. All right. Y'all ready to do this? Chalk talk? Let's have some fun. We're good?
Yeah.
Let's relive this dub. I love it.
And it was a fun one, boys. It was a fun one. Can you guys see that okay? We good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's start things off first. Green Bay wins 34-13, obviously. Turnover differential, Green Bay won 3-1. Middle 8, Arizona won 10-0. Explosives, Green Bay had 8. Arizona only had 2. And I want to mention, though, Green Bay did have 2 passing plays that were 19 yards. So they were 1 yard away in both cases from having 2 more explosives. So some people might look at that and go, that's as good as an explosive. I can understand that sentiment, but at the same time, might as well stretch it to 18, might as well stretch it to 7. You know what I mean? Like, you got to draw the line somewhere. I did want to mention that, though, because they were right on the cusp of being 2 more explosive plays. So opening drive, Green Bay gets the ball. They go 3 and out and punt. Arizona gets the ball. They go 3 and out and punt. So we're picking up here first quarter, 11:26 left in the first. It's a 1st and 10 play at Arizona's 44-yard line. This is the very first explosive play of the day for the Green Bay Packers, a 14-yard run by Josh Jacobs. I'm going to start doing the running plays a little bit different and throw the numerical system out. Understand, this is just a strong outside zone run is what it is. But I'm going to start being a little more specific on what I think the target gap was as far as the zone setting up. So here was the play call. 11 pistol. You guys remember us talking about that in the offseason? You're going to see more pistol this year because of what the Rams did. So we got 11 pistol, dub nasty, strong right, 26 stretch, which is wide zone. And I think basically I think they were shooting for 26 stretch. And what that means is the first number is the ball carrier, right? If it was the quarterback, it'd be a 1, the halfback's a 2, the fullback's a 3, the right H-back would be a 4. So in this case, it's a 2. Now the 6, when you're talking about the gaps attached to each play, to the right are even numbers, to the left are odd numbers, okay? So this means A gap 2, B gap 4, C gap 6. That's where I think the target zone was, all right? So again, when you're going zone, these guys are looking to block out. Let me go red so you can see a little bit better. We're looking to block out. What Myers is going to do is try to get a seal on the inside here. They're going to double this guy up, right? Everybody's kind of fanning to the right. Everybody's getting out here and blocking to the right. And once again, Josh Jacobs, he's aiming for the C gap, okay? So again, 2, 4, 6, he's going on the outside shoulder of the tackle. What you're going to notice, that gets cut off and he cuts it back to the 4 hole, okay? Let's go ahead and roll the tape here. Again, this is the very first explosive of the day for the Packers. I think it's important to show it. Bang. Good burst to the line. That's really what kind of set the tone for the day. And that's when it was raining hard, too. It's very, very important.
Set the tone. Look who they ran behind there. Jordan Morgan, Zach Tom, and that double team pushed the dude 4 yards off the ball.
Yep. And if you notice Josh Myers, like I said, he's going to get out here. He's going to place a hand here, but he's going to get out and try to catch this backer, right? They're going to double down here, and you're going to see everybody kind of fanning to the right. You're going to see the motion come over, and once again, this is a better look at it. So again, that second number being 6, 2, 4, 6. That's the target zone. If it was to the left, it'd be 1, 3, 5. Right? That's how the numerical system works. That's why we said 26 stretch. Stretch is just another term for an outside zone run. Some people say stretch is gap. It can be called for a gap run too. Very true. I'm just going to start using those numbers to kind of give everybody a little bit better idea numerically on where I think the play was designed to go. Let's roll it here. Now watch the C gap. So again, look at the outside shoulder of the tackle, the inside shoulder of the tight end. Look who they got out there too, boys, blocking. You're going to see our boy, that's Tucker, right? Tucker Kraft there. Bang. So you see him seal it. So Jacobs is looking at C. Now watch the backer. This is what Jacobs is looking at here. His key is right here. If this guy fills this gap, then we're hitting that C. If he slides over and you lose sight, then you're going to put your foot in the ground and hit that B gap. And you'll see right here, that guy commits outside, foot in the ground, upfield. Let's roll.
That's a perfect example of what we talk about with Josh Jacobs, his patience as a runner, the ability to keep the feet moving and, analyze as you're heading downfield. And it's a great gain right here. I love this.
Yeah. And again, Josh Myers' hand out there, still off that backer, right? Pretty decent. I mean, it's not – you see his hand like this is pretty bad technician right here, right? I mean, you're basically wrapped up around his head, but he is in the right spot. Jaden Reed, you notice him, Emilio? Look at him over to the left. Yep. So we motioned him over, so he's kind of playing that wing, right? Watch him kicking in.
He's there to steal. Make sure he doesn't blow up the play from the backside.
Absolutely.
Man, that's Jaden Reed taking out a D end right there, right? Look at that. That's a big guy he's blocking. I love it.
Like Christian Watson out here, getting out here trying to find some work, right? Nice little seal there. Now, the funny part to me is Rome is going to come screaming over right here. And watch him. He just gets absolutely washed up everywhere. Watch this. He's just trying to find work. I'm in here. I don't know. Okay, I'm on the ground. God love him. He jumped in there. That was like jumping in a damn bullpen right there, man, right? Just getting in between a couple steers and saying, all right, I'm here, boys. What do I do? But so, again, that kind of set the tone. 14-yard gain right out of the gate for the Packers on their second drive. Later on that drive, 8:55 left, first quarter, 3rd and goal at Arizona's 5-yard line. All right, this is the Jaden Reed touchdown pass. The play call is, it's 11 gun, Trey Bunch left, T-weak, cheat strong swing, Z-whip, F-drag, Y-corner, X-dig. All right, let's see if we can decipher all this, if I can remember exactly what it means. So Trey Bunch, obviously, you got your Trey Bunch tight end being one of 3 targets on one side of the field. That makes this your X over here, obviously. T weak. So you get your T on the weak side. He is opposite of the tight end. Okay. And what he's going to do is cheat to strong. So he's going to do a little cheat motion out here pre-snap and get a run and go, right? And it's just going to kind of set up the swing pass is what they're looking to potentially hit there. All right. Now we're going to go Z whip. All right. So who's the Z? This is where it gets really, really, really tricky here. The F's going to run a drag, which that's actually Jaden Reed. So I'm calling, let's see if we let's get the cheat motion out of the way here. So essentially what you're going to have when he comes over and sets up right here, you're going to have the drag from Jaden, who I believe is the F. All right. That's going to be that little shallow cross look. You're going to get the Z, which is right here, is going to run a whip. It's going to go in. So he's going to go here and then look to follow Jaden back inside. He does get bumped quite a bit. And then you've got Tucker Kraft, who's going to run a little wide corner out here. And then the X is just going to run a dig. All right. So that's your play design. That's Tupac LaFleur out here drawing it up in the sand. So again, the placement on this pass is absolutely awesome. First of all, Jordan reading it out, he immediately knows where he wants to go with the football. And you can't throw this ball any better in the rain, fellas. I mean, that's just a perfectly thrown ball.
It was almost like watching it in slow motion when you saw it live. You just saw Reed streaking across, and you saw, Love just being patient and laying that ball in the perfect spot. You like literally saw it happen almost in slow motion. It was great. This is a great view right here.
Yeah, protection's great too. And you see right here, as soon as Love sees this guy isn't full sprinting over, he knows what Rome's got going on over here. He's going to hold his guy with the dig. It's just a matter of letting him clear and feathering that thing out there. Pass protection looks good, don't it, Emilio? Look at this.
Yep. That's a nice wall right there. Build that thing up in front of him. Bam.
Look at that placement on that ball.
Barnes.
Yeah. Barnes got picked on all day, man.
Oh.
Look at that, though. You can't throw it any better, man. You can't. Yep. So beautiful play there. That's going to be the first touchdown of the game for the Packers. Again, at this moment, it was 0-0. So the Packers do take a 7-0 lead. All right, next play. 6:53 left in the first quarter, 3rd and 7 play. Green Bay, or the Cardinals, are at Green Bay's 44-yard line. Okay, so this is a 3rd and 7. Keep in mind, we just went up 7-0. Crucial play here. You got to get off the field, right? And we're in a nickel 4-2-5, cover one man, sugar mock spy. Who's the mock? Let's talk about who the mock is. Okay, so first you identify the tight end, and when you're in a nickel set, then you're going to try to your mock is going to be on the tight end side, essentially, right? Your will is going to be on the weak side. So there's your tight end. The closest one to is this guy right here. That would be the mock that makes Quay the will. So Edgerrin Cooper is the mock in this situation. We were talking about sugar spy, right? So he's sugaring a blitz. He's right up over the center. He's going to act like he's going to blitz. And what he's going to do is just drift back, and he's going to kind of sit in a spy right there. He's just going to kind of sit underneath and make sure this little rascal right here doesn't get out and try to run on us, all right? And again, when you're talking about man coverage with cover one man, it's man coverage, man coverage, man coverage, man coverage, a little bit of press down at the bottom. And then, of course, cover one simply means deep safety center field. All right. So what I want you to key in on is our boy Keyshawn Nixon. And I believe he's in the slot on this play, if I remember correctly. So what they're going to try to do is just run a drag across, right? And they're going to try to pick up these 7 yards. Watch Keyshawn play this ball, boys. Keyshawn has improved so much. Look, right there, he knows. He was in. Now, some people are going, well, why didn't he jump to the inside there when he read drag? Because he knows where his help is. His help is on the inside. So you got to play with outside technique to make sure you wall him off and you funnel that guy towards the safety if he were to go vert on you. Now, right here, he realizes, okay, drag or shallow cross. It looks like he's beat, does it not? Watch him close in on this. Bang, rip it out. That's a huge play, man.
That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
Well, they convert on that 3rd down. That game may go totally different, you know. So again, you see the sugar spy. Watch Edgerrin Cooper show it, right? He's just going to sugar it, and now imagine. And here's the thing too. I want you to understand about the pass rush. Now, I think it was Enigbare gets kind of blasted on that side of the field, right? You notice he kind of comes through. He gets put on the ground. And he should have been the guy that was the free rush. He was the aggressive rush right here. Now, notice they put Gary inside of Kenny Clark, right? So we got Gary in what I would consider a 4-tech, and Kenny Clark is actually the wide 9. Now, let's watch how they rush here.
Oops.
So they did a little ET stunt or a TE stunt with Gary being the T there, as a matter of fact. Now, notice how he's rushing the quarterback. Like it's not very, very aggressive, and you got a spy out here too. So the main focal point there is Gary wants to get on the outside shoulder of Murray, and if anything, wants Murray to step up in the pocket right into that spy. And that's what we're talking about, marrying up the pass rush with the coverage, and in this case, a little spy in the middle there with Edgerrin Cooper. But this is a really good angle to see Key. Look, Key's beat, boys. Watch him close in on this. Perfect timing. Rip that thing out. Incompletion.
It's perfect.
Yeah, huge play, man. Huge play. It seems simple, but I'm telling you, it's one of the plays that set the tone for the day as well, just like that 14-yarder. So after that, Love ends up hitting Dobbs for 19 yards. We get the ball back. Love hits Dobbs for 19 yards. Then he hits Wilson for 19 yards. That was a screen pass to Emmanuel Wilson. All right. And that's what's going to kind of set up where we're at right here. Second quarter, 14:55 left. This is a 3rd and 5 play at Arizona's 10-yard line. This is the Dobbs 10-yard touchdown pass. The Packers are leading 7-0 right here. The play call is 11 gun, nub left, Y leak, Wolf, F slant, T angle. All right. So 11 gun, 1 running back, 1 tight end. When we say nub left, it means the tight end is the only option on that side of the field, okay? Nub left always equals trips right if you're in 11 personnel. You could say trips right, and you know that equals nub left. But I always just like to say nub left because that gives the good visualization of, okay, here's where the tight end is. He's the only guy on that side of the formation, right? So that's how we set that up. Now, as far as the play call and the routes themselves, Y leak. The reason I did a question mark, you see his question mark right here, boys? You know, Tucker Kraft got a bad grade. There were several times in this game watching the tape that I was going, what the hell's Tucker doing? I don't think he understands what he's doing. If you'll watch this play, it doesn't look like he's running a route. He chips, and then he gets out here and tries to block somebody. And it's like that should have, honestly, it could have been offensive pass interference. Luckily, they didn't call it. But that's why I did the Y leak. I don't know what his assignment was. Now, Wolf is really simple. It's a corner with an out, okay? So the way this is going to work is the corner is going to be Christian Watson working deep in the end zone, and then you got the out by Romeo Dobbs here, and then we got the F slant. The F is Jaden Reed. He's just going to run a slant route underneath, so you're given multiple options here. We've seen this last year where this F slant, in some cases, they had Dontavion Wicks in the slot doing the same thing. It was freeing up because these guys would clear it out outside. It's kind of the opposite on this play. And then the T angle is just an angle route from the running back underneath, all right? So key in on Romeo Dobbs on this play right here. Runs a great out route. Watch Jordan. He knows where he's going with the football right off the bat. Reads the safeties. Let's hammer that thing out there. Great catch by Dobbs. Hands catch. Breaks the tackle. Gets the ball inside the pylon.
And it's such a far throw to make, too.
Yeah.
From the left hash to the far right out route.
Mm-hmm. Now watch Jordan right here. This is the thing. This is the end result of the play call. But what's he doing right here, boys? Looks to me like he's giving Romeo Dobbs a signal. That ain't a can, I don't believe. What I think he's doing is he's letting Rome, hey, give me an out right here, something along those lines. And the reason I think it was to Rome, or maybe it could have been a different – might have been a sit or something underneath for the F, and he might have been telling the F, hey, give me a slant instead. That might be the signal for a slant. But nonetheless, he makes some kind of adjustment there, and you've seen Christian Watson. He just acknowledged it, right? Now, why is Christian Watson acknowledging it? Because he's letting, in case the receiver's on his right, didn't see it, right? He's passing that signal along, right? Great communication. These guys are really coming into this offense really, really well, man. So, again, this is a good view, Emilio, for you to see that throw you're talking about. That's not an easy throw to make, man.
That's a dart.
Yeah. And, again, look at Rome, hands catch, good body control. That poor guy. Right there. Look, what's wrong with him? Why is he sleeping? Where's he at? So, and then again, getting the ball inside the pylon, touchdown, huge play.
Good example of Scoot stretching the defense there too. You know, drawing that help, drawing a backer and the safety, freeing up Dobbs for one-on-one. I love it.
Yeah, let's get a better look of it here. Let's now see what the defense is doing, and you guys keep an eye on those super chats for me. If you got one, throw it up on the screen, okay? And we'll read them as we go. So let's watch Christian Watson this time. All right. So you see him stretch, bang, taking it. It almost looks matchy. Boy, look at this guy. That's not good technique, is it, Emilio? Look at this dude. He's sitting on a stool? He breakdancing? What's he doing?
He's going right and Christian's going left. I mean,
he did kind of a little bit of contact there, but you're right. It does really clear things out there for Christian Watson. Now, this is what I was talking about, what I noticed on tape when I felt like their game plan was geared around taking away Jaden Reed. And it's one of the reasons why you had Watson deep, you had Rome on that deep Hail Mary, whatever you want to call it, just the chuck and duck play. And then, of course, like we said, the Christian Watson post. To me, it seemed like their game plan was everybody keep eyes on number 11. Obviously this is man coverage here. You got to follow him out and do your thing. But you're going to notice, look at the attention that Jaden Reed gets underneath. Inside, and look where this guy's head snaps to.
Yep.
I'm telling you, their game plan was do not let Jaden Reed burn you underneath. And that's okay. We got 87 back touchdown. So
yeah. So double us up underneath. All right, that's fine. I'll take one-on-one in the back end.
And not every quarterback in the league has the arm strength to hammer that throw out there, right? As a defense, I'm probably calling the same type of play. Let's make him make that throw as opposed to that slant underneath in single coverage, right? So it's just a matter of our guys are better than yours on this play.
Hey, you hit it on the head with Rome with the body control. I mean, that's first and goal from the one if he doesn't keep his feet under him and stay in control right there. I love it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, Dennis Shook with the super chat said Jordan Love is the only quarterback who got paid this last season that isn't an absolute dumpster fire. Green Bay 3 for 3 on quarterback since 1992, first-class organization. It's a good point. Dak, you guys know I think Dak's a good quarterback. Boy, he didn't look like the other night.
Yeah.
Poor Mike McCarthy about to be looking for a job. He'll be back in Green Bay. He still got his house in Green Bay, so maybe the Packers should hire him as a quality control or consultant or something. I'd be totally cool with that.
I think if they go out and beat San Fran after their bye, I think he'll probably stay the rest of the year. No,
so
they make a statement maybe.
So they got to buy this week, and then
they got to buy this week. Then they play San Fran week 8. Yeah, week 8.
Nice, that's good nugget there for sure. So Dennis, thank you for the super chat, pal. We appreciate you. All right, back to the film here. Next play. Let's see, we got that Dobbs 10-yarder. Up next, this is second quarter, 13:36 left. It's another 3rd and 5 play. Why am I showing these third down plays? These ended drives. The Keyshawn Nixon pass breakup was absolutely huge. This is a 3rd and 5 at their own 35, the Cardinals, and this is the Rashawn Gary pressure. Now, the defense I really, really like. What we're noticing this year, guys, last year we showed a lot of zone match. Cover 3 zone match, cover 4 zone match, mostly cover 3 zone match. This year, the thing that keeps popping up under Halfley is Tampa 2. Now, I love the way that they designed this one, too. This is big nickel, all right? So with big nickel, what does that mean? You got 5 defensive backs and 3 of which are safeties, all right? So you've got, I'm pretty sure this is our boy Evan Williams. There's Javon Bullard, and you've got Xavier McKinney. So all 3 safeties are on the field here. Now, the call is big nickel, 4-2-5 sugar spur, right? The sugar and the spur, and I'll show you what that means here in a minute. Double barrel. I'll explain that. Tampa 2, mock fire. Again, big nickel, 4-2-5 sugar spur, double barrel, Tampa 2, mock fire. Here's what all that means. Let's start with the sugar spur. There's sugar in this safety in the box when, in all honesty, what the plan is he's covering deep half, and Xavier McKinney has deep half. So this is a cover 2 defense. Now, when we talk double barrel, let me show you what we mean there. Notice how both the backers are up. We're showing a double barrel blitz here. All right, basically a double A-gap mug. But when we say double barrel, that's just a pre-snap alignment. So they're showing double barrel, and what they're actually going to do is run Tampa 2, and it's going to be mock fire. Who's the mock? Let's identify it real quick. There's your tight end. So that's the strong side of the formation. The nickel linebacker closest to that is going to be your mock. Quay is your mock right here. So mock fire means the mock is blitzing. So you got these guys rushing, right? Rushing. And now what you've got with this Tampa 2, you see Evan belling out now. Deep half, okay? These guys are playing underneath. There should be 4 defenders playing underneath, which is going to be, right here. Actually, it might just be, it's just 3 underneath because we're doing Tampa. And what we mean by Tampa is you're going to see Edgerrin Cooper, as soon as the ball snapped, he's going to drop back and lock eyes on the number 3. This number 3 receiver, again, you label them from left to right or from right to left from the outside, lowest number first. 1, 2, 3. That's your number 3. His assignment is if the 3 goes vert, it now becomes match. So essentially it's Tampa 2 match here, meaning that 3 goes vert, he's going down the seam and it becomes a cover 3 defense. That makes sense? So let's watch Edgerrin Cooper lead us athleticism. Watch, he immediately snaps that head over. Where's my 3? Right? Got him, picked him up. Watch him take him right down. Beautiful coverage. Where are they going with the football? Because here's the key. This guy's about to come open right here, but there's no time. Why is there no time? Quay was the aggressive one here, and Gary was the guy you could tell was kind of lagging back to make sure Kyler didn't rush outside. Well, now once Kyler decides I'm going to this side of the field, Gary can pin his ears back and go now. And that's exactly what you see. Coming across the field through traffic, ends up getting a hit on Kyler, ball falls incomplete. So this box cam right here is really going to show you mugging and everything up front with the double barrel. So again, you're going to see Quay come up last second here. He's kind of showing man coverage on the tight end. Now he's up. So there's the mug. Here's what the blitz is going to be. Right? Gary is going to rush, and he's going to kind of stay outside. And you can see he's not going to just try to beat the tackle and get in the backfield. He's going to throw a move on him, but kind of hold his ground. Quay is the aggressive one. Quay's job is to shoot this gap and get pressure on Murray. If Murray then tries to escape to this side, that's what Gary's for. All right? So that's how that's designed. Again, you're going to see Edrin Cooper bail out down the seam in the Tampa 2. Watch how Gary rushes here. See how he's not getting crazy? He's not rushing to the outside. He's got eyes on Murray right now. Quay's the aggressive one in, and now you've got Gary coming around on the outside waiting for him to bail out. Now Gary's just going to rush to the end. And look at Carl Brooks, too. Good hustle. I love the angle Carl Brooks took there.
I was just going to say that. I was going to say that on the last one because he knew that he wasn't catching him in a straight line sprint. So let me get a little bit back so I can control the angle.
Absolutely.
Give him a 3-yard gain instead of a 15-yard gain trying to run around the corner. And if you roll that back a smidge, you see our boy Preston Smith, just drop into coverage like an absolute. Just look at that wide 9, 4,
That was the fourth defender. I couldn't find him. That was him, right?
Fire Joe Barry.
4-point stance, and whoops.
Look at that big guy. Looking like a cat. Looked like that possum I ran into the other night taking the trash can. He's like, whoa, what are you doing out here this late? You know why? I forgot again.
Possum in a dumpster.
Yeah, look at just Gary relentlessly. I love it.
And then that's also like I know he's playing his zone, but it's also like a QB spy too. Yep. Obviously, he's not the fastest person, but just having a body there is going to make Kyler have to think about it.
Yeah, he's not playing sink, that's for sure. Notice how everybody else is deep. Like he's not sinking. He's kind of sitting in that mid zone waiting for Kyler to come out on this side. So when you look at it, Quay applying pressure, Gary coming around the outside in case Kyler tried to run right. You've got eyes on him here with Preston Smith, keeping eyes on the quarterback as well. Notice Carl Brooks. Carl Brooks isn't just trying to go. You see him? This is why PFF is given a bad pass rush grade, and it's why the pressures are down. You're not going to convince me Carl Brooks right here. Carl Brooks is trying to win this and get to the quarterback. Watch him how he rushes. Look. See him holding?
Yep.
That's by design. Keep him in the well. Keep him in the well.
And why not force them to block with 6 when you started mugging? You came up, you started mugging, you had 5, 6, 7 on the line. Back out of it, only 4 come, and you still force them to hold the running back in there and block. Then you get an extra guy in coverage.
Yep, absolutely. So, again, Kyler gets out, and it was going to be a throwaway. He might have been able to make that throwback play, but look at him chuck and duck. Poor guy. Poor little bastard. He got licked, didn't he? So, there you go. So, there was one of Gary's pressures on the day. It came on a crucial third down, obviously a 3rd down and 5 that ended up forcing a punt. All right, next play, 12:36 left in the second quarter, 2nd and 5 from their own 15. This is the Ben Sims 28-yard pass. The Packers are leading 14-0 at this spot. All right, here's the play call. 12 gun, dub nasty, T left, Y cheat right, stick nod, U will, Z pivot. I think it was supposed to be an out. Yeah, he was pivoting out. I put hour. And then Y go T swing. All right, so again, 12 gun, dub nasty. What does that mean? You're in the gun. Everybody is nasty splits. They're inside the numbers, okay? And then when you got dubs, it's 2 by 2 set here. All right, that's your dub set. And again, T left because it's a balanced set. We're going to, there's no real strong side of the formation. If you came all the way down to it, you would say the T side was strong because that's where the majority of your target or your options are. But that's how that sets up. Now, Y cheat right, wide, okay? This is what they're going to do with Tucker Kraft. You're kind of seeing him start to fill that Luke Musgrave role now. He's going to cheat out wide here, and then basically what he's going to do is run a go. So it's almost acting like a makeshift wheel route, exactly. So there's your Y cheat, and if you go back to the the left side, you got a stick nod with Romeo. This is kind of comical watching this, to be honest with you. With a stick nod, it's real simple. You're just going to kind of get up here, make a turn like you're going to almost run a curl, and then you're looking to get back upfield, right? Some people might throw an outside shoulder or an inside shoulder, then get vert. It's essentially a double move to go deep. You're going to notice Romeo Dobbs has to step over a defender to get out of his break, which is hilarious. And then, of course, you've got the U tight end is Ben Sims. He's just going to work up the sideline on the wheel route. Z pivot, your Z is right here, and he's going to pivot out. So with the pivot route out, he's going to look to go in and then pivot out. So you're clearing out with the Y right here, and you're pivoting underneath. The T is just going to give you a swing route. So as that wheel route walks everything out, your check down is the swing underneath to the running back. That makes sense?
Yes.
All right, here we go. You're going to see the Y cheat. Bang. First time through, watch Romeo fight through. This is hilarious to me, man. Watch him. He goes, all right, a stick nod. I can give you a little wait. Will you get the hell out of the way, please? He didn't have a chance. Now, let's roll it back and watch again this kind of clear out here from Ben Sims up the sideline. And again, notice the swing is kind of following it as well in case they bite on it. Jordan right here reading the defense. He's seeing this safety flat-footed, and he knows where he wants to go with the football. There's no way that safety's going to get over here to the wheel. I think that's what he's looking at right here. He's kind of scanning left to right or from right to left, and he's going to go straight to the wheel. This is in the rain, got a hand in his face, so he did underthrow it. But Ben Sims, man, what a great catch. And again,
our fastest tight end, right, with like a 4.58 40.
Somebody was saying, yeah. I remember Jacob being so excited about us signing him because of that speed.
You know what I really liked about his route, though, was he turned his head back after he started running. It was almost like a flat route that he turned into a wheel. So he turned his head back, showed his numbers to Jordan. That really bit the corner linebacker, whoever was carrying him. And then he was able to turn upfield while the dude was kind of sitting flat-footed looking for the flat.
Yeah, definitely. Again, there's that throw. And again, this is why it was kind of short-handed. Jordan can't drive this ball. He's got a guy pushing back in his face. There's that hand. So he's got to kind of toss it over the top, right? A little lob. And it did come in a little short. Now, that flag was on them, obviously. Ben Sims fired up here, Tim. Look at my man right here, bro. Good to go.
Could you imagine if he hit him in stride, though, and he just took it to the house? Like, we didn't know how fast he was until he just blew down 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, absolutely. Tim, anything you want to add to that? You want me to roll it back for anything, bro?
No, it looks good.
Good.
Ben Sims is Tuck Norris Jr. I love it.
I'm going to ask again. Am I the only one that feels like he's more equipped right now than Luke Musgrave to play the tight end?
You are not alone, brother.
It just seems like I think they got one, man. I really do. Like last week, you're going Clayton this one play. Last week, you remember when he helped a double team, got to the second level and pancaked the linebacker on that run. Like he can block. You know what I'm saying, Emilio? He can block.
Ben saying that.
So that 28-yarder there from Ben Sims led to a Braden Narvison field goal. Moment of silence for Braden. Thank you, sir, for your service. All right. So that field.
You're an amazing person. You know that, don't you?
I try. I really do. So that made the score 17-0. Green Bay's leading. All right. Second quarter, 5:39 left, 3rd and 1 play from their own 31. Them being the Cardinals. And this is the Evan Williams zone read stop. This was an awesome play. Here's what I think the play call was. Big nickel. Once again, we know what that means, right? 2, 3 safeties in the game. Now, here's the thing. Moving forward, I'm going to stop saying big nickel because we got to start kind of treating Javon Bullard like he's a corner. They're playing him like a corner now as a slot. All right. Does that make sense? So there's no reason to always point out big nickel, big nickel. Now, if there's a huge play and we want to point out there's 3 safeties on the field, that's cool. But again, there's your big nickel. What that simply means is nickel 4-2-5, but the 5 consists of 3 safeties, 2 corners, as opposed to 2 safeties, 3 corners. Cover 1 man is the call. So this is deep center field, just covering, just patrolling deep right there in between the hashes. Everyone else is man coverage. And it looks like there's a little press going on here, right? And you're going to see Ja run up real quick. And I think he tries to press as well. What does free fire mean? That means the free safety is firing on a blitz here, okay? Who's the free safety? There's your tight end. Here's your other safety. So your 2 safeties, the one that's strong, that's closest to the tight end will be considered the strong safety. So free fire stands for free safety blitz. They had a blitz dialed up for Evan Williams right here. And instead, talking about bad timing for the zone read for these two cats. Well, they are crap out of luck on this play. Watch Evan Williams get in here. You see Ja come up, try to play a little bump. And we know Ja is not comfortable doing that. Watch Ja at the bottom. This is what we're talking about. Ja's never been comfortable playing bump and run. He's the one who said that, not me. Right out of the gate, this could have been disastrous if it was a pass play.
Yep.
Right? Now, luckily for them, they think they're going to run a zone read. And look at this, boy. LVN, you got a +1 hat here, man, or you got a hat on a hat. LVN's got the running back. Evan Williams has got Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray thought he's going to juke him out of his shoes, and boy, it ain't happening. Look at Evan. Hold his ground, man.
Rookie playing like a veteran right there. Not fooled at all. And then you got a veteran playing like a rookie, right? Like, I mean, if you're Kyler Murray, don't you see Williams creep up over here, you got a can out of that play, right?
You got to know. And what's crazy is when he gets tackled, you'll see him look to the sidelines all pissed off, and it's like, bub, we can't hit pause. This ain't Madden. We can't pause the game for you. You know what I mean? Like, you got
double XP weekend. Sorry.
Not today. So again, you see you've got this hat count over here. If you're going to run a zone read, the way that works, ball in the belly of the running back, and you're reading this in. The problem is you got an extra guy, and he's so LVN reads it real quick and says it'd be real easy for him to go after the quarterback. Instead, he goes for the running back. He's got the running back because he knows the assignment behind him. Evan Williams is blitzing as well, right? So watch Evan here read this. And again, LVN is just as responsible for this play as our boy Evan Williams. Again, what do you do with that? If you're Kyler Murray, boy, you are not feeling well right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was expecting to see daylight because LVN crashed. I mean, he's expecting to see daylight, not Evan Williams. And then Evan Williams is just not fooled at all. I love it.
Yeah. Now, it didn't
you almost want your quarterback to like a play action boot or something the other way might help you.
Right. Yeah, something, man. Like you said, can out of it and go zone right. Right.
Yeah.
Go zone right and get him out of harm's way. Try to get him out the backside there. Maybe fake the zone read to hold them at bay and get that dude out the other side. But nonetheless, man, mugging the line of scrimmage there with the free safety is absolutely huge. So that was a 3rd and 1 play. I mean, that's another big play. You're up 17-0. Don't get me wrong, but you getting that 3rd and 1 stop with your rookie safety is absolutely huge. Now,